Hello again, YouTubers! Welcome back to the Daily Porygonian for part number 11 of our Pokemon Legends Arceus playthrough video series. If you missed out parts 1 through 10, of course the playlist link is in the description box below, so you guys can go check them out. Alright, so we are here back in Captain Silene's office. We are getting our 5th star on the ranking chart, and that means we can finally proceed on to the Alabaster Icelands. Alright, so we can also use Wing Balls. Pokemon up to level 65 will obey us. And yeah. Alright, we can also craft some Wing Balls, which is great. So yeah, this part as well as part number 12 will be featuring the Alabaster Icelands. Of course, we will have to defeat the Noble Evolug. So I'm just going to quickly accept these quests or requests from the request board here. Just because, you know, in case we somehow manage to complete them along the way. And the last one here, Sea's Legend, is something we will be doing in another video. But of course, we have some dialogue here. So yeah, this quest basically is, or it has to do with the mythical Pokemon Manaphy, as well as the pseudo-mythical Pokemon Fion. So yeah. Actually, we are immediately dragged into even more dialogue here, so perhaps I should actually do the Sea's Legend quest once we're done with the Alabaster Icelands. I don't know, but yeah, probably I'll just keep it to the post game. But you know, since we have to go through all of this right now, I'm just gonna keep going there. All right, so yeah, let me just swap the mission back to Slumbering. Yep, alright, and then let's teleport over to the front gate. Oh, and right here we have Akari and Laventon. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so just waiting for the dialogue to go over. I also realized I was recording the volume of the game at a pretty low volume, or at least recording the audio of the game at a pretty low volume, so adjust that. So I think it should work okay now. I'm not sure what the level of the sound of the volume, or I'm not sure what the volume level is, honestly, before I did that, but yeah. So far, we are still doing pretty well with our set level 50 Pokemon here. I may have to replace them again once we are done with the Alabaster Icelands, but that is to be determined. So yeah, Pikachu packs Punch here, or packs a Thunderbolt. Let's go with Ice Beam. And... oh man, that was so close. So we are definitely going down here because we're going to be hit by 2 Thunderbolts, or even one is good enough to knock us out. So let's go with well, it's the Raptor. I'm just gonna go with a Aerial Ace. Or Quick Attack. Actually, let's just do a Quick Attack. And yeah, there we go. We still have one more Pokemon to battle, and that will be Staravia. Oh, okay. Let's see. So let's go with close combat. And that's a really nice one-hit KO. Alright, the battle is decided. Let's go to the Alabaster Icelands with haste, please. Yeah, so a lot of dialogue, you know, a lot of people complain about how newer games have a lot of like cutscenes and dialogue. Honestly, this game has a lot more in terms of it being really noticeable to me. I mean, of course you can disagree, but I feel like this game really drags out the whole plot a lot, and it makes sense because it's supposed to be more of a storytelling kind of thing, and you're supposed to really take your time here. It's not designed for speedrunning or anything, And yeah, but for me, I personally like to play through secondary save files really quick, which is actually what we're doing right now here on video, just like we did with Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. But I really hope that this whole preventing you from using your own Pokemon at level 100 from the beginning of the game doesn't actually carry on to Scarlet and Violet, for instance. If they limit it to the Legends games alone, I think that is relatively reasonable, because you're really supposed to gain your experience by catching Pokemon, completing requests, and doing the overworld tasks like breaking the rocks or hitting the trees. And yeah, it makes sense in this game, but not so much in the main series. So really hope they don't prevent us from leveling up, or for example, starter Pokemon up to level 100 at the very start of the game. And the way you do that, of course, is bringing it into another game with rare candies or experience candies that you do have, using those experience candies or rare candies, and then trading it back over to your own game. So that's how I do it. Of course, you can do it via Pokemon Home as well. It works for Sword and Shield, but again, at the point of recording this video, it is, well, what is today's date? May 12th. So it's not going to be out yet. Pokemon Home is not out yet. And oh, there's another crunchy salt right there. Let's just try to get up there. So I do have to collect 3 of them. Remember the quest for Choi. So yeah, I guess we are all good here. So 3 crunchy salts. We also have some Apom here, and the Tumblestone. I was gonna say Thumblestone. I don't even know what it means, but yeah. Okay, and does the Apom want us to catch it? Well, I mean, why not? Let's try. It's pretty tame. I thought Apom were like more aggressive. I don't know. But anyways, we didn't get that one, so it's okay. Let's head back down and then go into that little valley. Alright. I also said I was going to change the fashion. I just now realized that I didn't do that. But, you know, what are you gonna do, right? We're already in the middle of the wilds. So, yeah, Snorunt left. And over here, we have another Apom. Okay, I'm not gonna bother. Let's just hit down to the bottom of this little valley here. And then there is another Snorunt there. I'm gonna break this snow pile, so let's move over here. And the cool thing in the Alabaster Island caves is that you can encounter Hisuian Zoro, which is, I think, one of the coolest new Pokemon forms. I was not intending to do that. I was intending just to catch it, but okay. So since we have a battle, let's hop over to our Pokeballs here. Let's use a Heavy Ball. So yeah, Burtmite, of course, is one of just 5 Kalos Pokemon, Kalos-related Pokemon in the Sea region. Of course, I really was hoping that there were going to be more, but no, that is not the case. Alright, so we've got, of course, Burtmite plus Hisuian Avalugg, and then Goodra, Hisuian Goodra, Sliggoo, and Goomy. If you ask me, actually, I prefer the Goomy line a lot more. I think most of you will agree with that. But yeah, it is a pretty good design. Although, I gotta say, Hisuian Goodra doesn't really change too much from the original design. It does have a way bigger, like, it looks more like a snail this time instead of a dragon. Okay, so we are down here, and plenty of Snorunt here. So I think our goal is basically just to get up to that natural feature, that giant rock. Not to be mistaken with the giant rock from Pokemon X, Y, and Z. But yeah, alright, so we get to talk to Garrick here. Yeah. I'm not sure how they're all surviving with such little clothes. I mean, we too are wearing pretty little clothing for a tundra area. But perhaps it's not that cold, huh? Never know. Alright, so of course we are introduced to Avalugg, and this guy doesn't really want us to do anything. Kind of just like Millie. But of course, you know, we're gonna be quelling that noble Pokemon very soon, probably in the next video. So the first task, of course, here, aside from beating Gary, is to actually get access to the Breviary right Pokemon. And in order to do that, once we are done with this battle, you have to chase down, what's her name? I think it's Sabi? S-A-B-I or something? Along those lines. But yeah, basically she makes a chaser all across the Iceland and into the Slumbering Temple, which is the building that you might have seen at the top of the area earlier. I also did not intend for Hippo... what was his name again? Hippopotas to be in the party. So yeah, I just left it in there after catching it in the Crimson Marlins. But yeah. Okay, Avalugg's Legacy. Yeah, alright, so this area is called Avalugg's Legacy. Yeah, so Sabi is up there, and that is Hisuian Braviary. Out of all the Hisuian forms, of course, I think Hisuian Braviary is the coolest. I mean, come on, it's a eagle, right? It's an eagle. It definitely beats Sneasler for sure. Weirder, I'm not sure about that, but yeah, really good design for Hisuian Braviary. Of course, it was also one of the earliest new designs that we got. The first time they actually revealed the new forms, you know, Hisuian forms as well as new evolutions. Hisuian Braviary was one of them, alongside Hisuian Growlithe. So, yeah, we've seen it for a while. If you ask me which version I prefer, honestly, I still find the original Braviary really, really cool. And also, there's a little bit of nostalgic factor to it, because if you guys have watched the videos before, I've mentioned how I actually got into Pokemon in the first place. And the first time I actually played Pokemon on a real console, so not emulated or anything, was in, well, let me just hop over here. It was in 2017 when I bought my very first Nintendo device, and that was a new Nintendo 3DS XL. That was the first time they released it, actually. So yeah, wait, where are we supposed to go? Oh, over there. Okay, actually we can just climb on Sneasler, and then we can just, you know, hopscotch over there. Or not really, but, you know, we're just gonna move over there. Yeah, so, the first, of course, that was not the first time I played Pokemon games. Back in 2012, I tried out Pokemon Black 2 and Pokemon White 2 on the emulator. And I gotta say, that actually piqued my interest in Pokemon a little bit more. Because previously, I was first introduced to Pokemon trading cards back in 2008. And honestly, I wasn't too interested. I did buy some packs on and off back in, starting from Platinum Arceus, up through Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and then up to Call of Legends. But really, after that, I started getting into Black and White a little bit more, and then finally playing the Pokemon Black 2, White 2 video games on the emulator made me really enjoy Pokemon. However, again, once the Pokemon games went over to the 3DS, there was really no way I could play them anymore, unfortunately, because, you know, 3DS emulators weren't really a thing back then. So, yeah, but anyways, I did watch a lot of YouTubers like Maryland and Munching Orange, two of my favorites, and they had great playthroughs. You know, for someone who didn't have access to the 3DS games, being able to see what was included in those games, you know, the story and all the adventures that could be had in those games, really made me want to play the games in real life. So I only really got to it in 2017. And since then, you know, I've really been very engrossed with the Pokemon franchise, the video games especially. In terms of the TCG now, my story is basically I've stopped opening cards. I've stopped doing so since, what was it? I think 2012 2017 or maybe 2016. And the very simple reason is that, you know, I just don't feel like it's really that fun to open the cards when they're so costly. So of course, you know, in the United States, they're $3.99 a pack, $4.19 at like Walmart or Target or GameStop, and sometimes GameStop does. Wait, I think GameStop does $3.99, but I know Target does $4.99, which is kind of $4.19. Why was I gonna say $4.99? But yeah, so slightly different costs there. And where I live, you know, it used to be actually cheaper, so it was like approximately $3.09 a pack for a pack of 10 cards. And then eventually, after, you know, the recent years from 2020 up till now, packs have been rising in cost, so they are basically cost a little bit more than what they cost in the US right now, and that's kind of disappointing. The second thing is that there are a lot more chase cards now, and that substantially dilutes the value of cards, because you get a lot more shiny cards essentially in a booster box, for instance, than you would have back in the day, you know, before Next Destinies. In Next Destinies, I believe you still got three or four chase cards like the EXs, and starting from, perhaps it's not the Black and White series, perhaps it's more in the X and Y era, after maybe Primal Clash onwards, the odds were substantially increased, and by the time you got to Sun and Moon, you had basically six chase cards essentially guaranteed. I remember the first time I opened an entire booster box was for the 2017 set Sun and Moon Guardians Rising, and honestly it wasn't that great of a set to open a booster box for. There were plenty of other great ones, of course, but you know, at a point in time, you know, I was so excited about the cards, and yeah, so you know, I guess I really only stopped opening cards in 2018 or 2017, somewhere there. And for now, I've just stopped in the sense that I still purchase the cards. I purchase a few packs for each set when they come out, and basically I just hold them. And firstly, it's because of collection purposes. You know, it's nice to look at them, and also the moment you open a pack of cards, they pretty much lose all of their value. Each card, in terms of bulk, is worth like less than 10 cents. So if you think about it, you will lose most of the value in every pack you buy. And then even for the chase cards, right? Wait, I'm actually Temple. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm literally searching Google for the puzzle. Puzzle solutions, right? So first one is rock, steel, and ice. So let's do that. I have to distract myself from our little discussion here. Rock. Oopsie, back. Gotta do it again. So it's rock, steel, ice. Blah, blah, blah. Rock, steel, ice. There we go. And the door should open. So yeah, you know, instead of wasting time trying to look at all the statues, you got Google, right? Just do the Google and you will get the answer. Yeah, okay, so now we can go back to what we were talking about here. So the value of the cards go down substantially, or the packs, the price you pay for the packs, I feel personally. You can disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine, because, you know, people like different things. We don't all have to like the same thing, right? And if you feel that it's a good value for buying Pokemon cards, then by all means, you know, do so, right? But for me, if I had the choice, and I do have the choice, right? If I have the choice to just keep the pack sealed, and considering how the prices of Pokemon cards generally have skyrocketed, I've been collecting sealed packs since the X and Y era, so a lot of those packs are actually substantially up in price now, and that's great because things that I collect are more valuable now, and that's great, right? But yeah, you know, I might as well just keep them sealed, because instead of losing money, I could potentially gain money if I wanted to sell them. But if I don't, it's just nice to look at in my collection. So that's a win-win, essentially, rather than opening the packs. And personally, I do not play the games competitive, the TCG competitively. I totally got myself destroyed in the 2012 National Championships. I won like 1 out of 7 games. Oopsie, back. Gotta look at the solutions again. So we got Steel, Ice, Rock. Okay, let me just do this first. So Steel, Ice, Rock, Ice, Steel, and Rock. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we are going to be encountering a Ralts and or Curlia and a Alpha Gallade. So I actually really want to catch the Alpha Gallade or Gardevoir. Is it a Gallade or a Gardevoir? I'm gonna sneak up here, and yeah, so you can see the routes right there. I'm gonna use a Wing Ball. No, maybe a Jet Ball. I'm gonna use a Jet Ball on the routes. How did it not get in the ball there? There we go. Okay, so we've got that. And yep, it catches. Yeah, so it's an Alpha Gallade, which is okay, I think. Right, back strike on him. Nope, and it escapes. Alright, no problem. I guess we'll just continue on our way here. No point really trying to battle it right now. Oh, we got another Ralts. Cool. Let's confront it here. It's a male Ralts as well, so I think we can go with Feather Ball. Let's try a Feather Ball here. Not counting on it staying in, but if it does, that's great. Oh, cool. Nice, we got it. Alright. So, 2 Ralts. That's great. Now let's head up here for the final showdown against Sabi. So Sabi makes us battle her 3 Sinnoh evolutions. We've got Magmortar, Electivire, and Rhyperior. So yeah, we gotta battle her. I probably should have saved. But I think if we lose, we just start again from this spot. So I'm just gonna say hang on. I'm gonna quickly save regardless, and then we can battle her. Okay, so we're 11:03 playtime right now. Let's battle. So yeah, comment box below what you guys think about the TCG. I mean, of course, you know, my approach to it is really more of an economical one, but it's just because I value the value of sealed product over the actual cards themselves, because again, I don't play the card game, so it's kind of pointless to me. And also the fact that the value is escalating over time. Now the same kind of goes for Pokemon video games, but not exactly. So I also have a sealed collection of Pokemon video games that is steadily growing. You know, I have like multiple copies of Arceus and like at least 1 copy of every main series 3DS game. So that's X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire, Sun, Moon, and of course Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Even for the Switch now, I've got plenty of great deals on these games from various sources, and you know, that really helps when trying to build a sealed collection, because again, it's being purchased as a collector piece as well as a investment of some in a way. Now, I'm not expecting the games to go in price substantially because of just yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago, the sales figures were released for the Pokemon Switch games. And for example, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl sold over 14 million copies over the past 6 to 7 months, you know, since November. And Legends Arceus, releasing at the end of January, had 12 million copies sold. So honestly, the value of these sealed games is going down. So if you don't get them at a good price, like if you paid full retail for it, of course you're gonna feel the pain, right? But of course, like personally, I wait till there's like discounts and stuff. Like right now, for example, you could get Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, the US versions, for like $39.99 at certain retailers in the US, which is really, really great. Pokemon Legends Arceus goes down to $49.99 as well. So yeah, all in all, plenty of great deals to be had if you are in the United States, not so much if you are not. But yeah, it's something you guys want to consider as well. It looks really cool. Like aside from having the open copies, you know, you can have a sealed collection as well. And I think that's just fun. It's not for everyone. I think a lot of people don't even see the point of collecting sealed games. They always think of just, you know, casuals, right? They just want to play the game, and that's absolutely acceptable as well. You know, you can play or interact with these Pokemon games in any way you want. And I also have, you know, a open collection. I mean, that's the only reason why I'm actually playing the game right now, because I have a copy of Legends Arceus that is open, right? If not, I wouldn't be able to play the game. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on Pokemon collecting. I know it's nothing really to do with what we actually were doing on the screen at hand. I feel like we need a little bit more interesting talk, a discussion here on the channel. And I've been considering doing a discussion about Pokemon anime as well. Perhaps I'm just going to talk about that in our playthrough videos. So I'm not even going to bother making separate videos for those. I'm just going to commentate on those as we go through the rest of this playthrough. So yeah, we've got some dialogue with Adam in here. Honestly, at this point, I don't really care. Come on, let's just get on with it already. So we are almost at 30 minutes. I think it's a good time to end off the video once this dialogue is over. So yeah, basically we will be told to hightail over to Evolug's Legacy, all the way down there. Or that's not Evolug's Legacy, but you know, we're going to be flying down to Evolug's Legacy and then getting the Eternal Ice. And that will be done in the next video. So yeah, the whole point of this video really is to get access to Braviary. And since we have that, let's save the game. 11:08 playtime. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, comments, or key right here on the Daily Porygonian. In the next video, part number 12, we will be taking down the noble Avalon. See you guys next video. Bye.